art class. I am Allison Greenhouse, art teacher Allison Greenhouse, and this is my co-host,
Grayson
Greenhouse, my son. Welcome to art class, everybody. Today we are looking at oil pastels. Oil pastels are a great art supply for any age.
They don't taste good though.
No, you don't want to eat them, for sure not. But what I love about oil pastels is that you can get a richer pigment than crayons. You can draw on construction paper and it shows up really bold. You can mix colors together to create different values, right? Lightness and darkness of a color. So today we're going to talk a little bit about oil pastels, brands, and we're going to do a couple fun projects. Okay, so let's go first into the brands. Of course, Crayola. If you can get a Crayola anything, Crayola is always going to be a good brand.
What does Crayola mean?
Crayola. I don't know. It's just the name of the brand.
I think we read a book about that once.
Yeah, and what was it? The history of Crayola. Have you heard that the Crayola experience is coming to Pigeon Forge?
What's the Crayola experience?
It's like I don't know.
Is it going to kind of be like the Dolly experience at Dollywood?
I've never been.
Because if it's that, then because that was the closed down because of whatever they're doing right now.
Oh yeah.
So if there's the Crayola experience, I'm going to the Crayola experience.
Well, I think it's kind of like the Legoland, but for Crayola. I've never been to one, but I want to go.
So there's just going to be giant crayons everywhere?
Maybe. We'll see. Okay, focus. Back to this. Oil pastels. Crayola everything Crayola makes is a great product, and I really like these. This is neon oil pastels. We're going to play with these here in just a few minutes.
What about these?
These are awesome. This is Cray Pas, and I love this brand. I really like this size. That I use this size with my elementary students, but look, Grayson, look at these. I just bought this set. Oh, look how giant they are. Aren't those so fun?
They are called junior artists, Mom.
But this is also called junior artists, so I don't know.
I was like, so it's for two-year-olds.
Student quality oil pastels. And, sorry, student quality oil pastels. These are giant. And we're going to play around with these today.
Because this is a normal size. Let me grab a normal orange.
Okay.
And this is a big orange. So, how do we get these things out? So, okay. Orange to orange.
Isn't that cool? I got these from Amazon. These are really cool. All right, let's dive into using these. A couple things about oil pastels is they are greasy. And they're a little messier. They're going to smear on your fingers just a little bit. But there's a couple of easy ways to clean up. One is, of course,
wet wipes.
Wet wipes.
You always have wet wipes.
Always have wet wipes. And then hand sanitizer. The alcohol in the hand sanitizer will clean that right off. So if you're doing that with your students or with your child at home, it's really easy to clean that off with just a little bit of hand sanitizer. And then, of course, soap and water also. Okay, so right here in front of us, we have 4 boxes on this piece of paper, and I'm going to talk through the 4 boxes. One says light pressure, one says heavy pressure, and then color mixing and value scale. So first, light pressure. Pick your color. What color are you going to do first? Pick like a primary or a secondary.
Can we choose the jumbos?
Yeah.
Can we choose one of the neon?
Yes.
Okay, because I'm going with the neon.
Okay, I'm going to choose red. Light pressure is just what that sounds like, is you're just doing light without pressing really hard, and it's showing through some of the white paper. You can also use the side of one if you have one that's unwrapped to create light pressure. So that's just how it sounds. So if you're just getting your first box of oil pastels and you're starting to experiment with them, try a little light pressure. And
so
then
you're already doing the third box.
Color mixing. I am, aren't I? Oh, that looks nice. Hot pink. And then heavy pressure is, again, just like it sounds, where you're pushing down with your oil pastel, not so hard that you break it, but with heavy pressure, and you're filling in all of the white spaces. One of the things that I teach my students is they should not,
Oh,
not so hard that you break it. That's okay, it happens. No big deal. One of the things I teach my students is that they should not like wipe off these little crumbs that come on here, because that will just smear their work. So if you get those little crumbs on there, you can just take them over the trash can and shake them off.
shake them off.
How's your heavy
shake
pressure
them
going?
off.
Good. That looks great.
And can I already start on the color mixing one?
Yeah, so with color mixing, let's pick 2 primaries. Pick me 2 primaries, and you pick 2 primaries, and we'll both try to make a new color.
I would like to try to do these 2.
Neither of those are primaries.
No, they're not.
Okay, going rogue on me. I'm gonna do red and yellow. What color am I gonna get? Hold on. What color am I gonna get if I mix red and yellow?
You're going to get orange.
I'm going to get orange, and these are my 2 primaries. So I'm gonna take one of my primaries, my red, and with heavy pressure, I'm going to color in 1/3 of my box. And then I'm going to take my yellow, and I'm gonna color in the other 2/3 of the box. While I'm doing this, I'm pulling some of the red.
I remember we did a cake using this technique.
Yeah, we always, in 5th grade, a lot of my times my 5th graders make those Wayne Thiebaud cakes. Wayne Thiebaud is a famous modern artist who likes to do cakes.
He's a cake artist, you might say.
Yeah, but he paints them. Let's see, I'm gonna get a piece of blank scrap paper. If you have oil pastels that get dirty like this, see how it gets a little red on there?
Mm-hmm.
You can clean it off on a piece of scrap paper. And that way it won't mess up if you're trying to have a pure color.
What do you think of this?
What color did you make?
A color.
Color mixing, pink and purple.
A
Purple.
magenta.
Magenta.
That's my favorite color.
I made orange.
How do you not know my favorite color?
Magenta. Yours looks really great. Look, all your colors look really good. I made orange. The other thing that you can use is cotton swabs to blend. I like to use the oil pastel to do the blending.
Can I
like
try
this.
Can I try the cotton swab?
Of course you can,
Oh,
but you can use the cotton swab to blend, or you can use your finger to blend. It's not my preference to use my finger, but again,
And next is the value scale.
a little bit of hand sanitizer cleans your fingers off.
But I like my dirty hands.
Okay,
this
you can
is
have
all the time.
yeah, you can have those dirty hands. All right, value scale. I want you to pick white and one other color. Any color. Pick white and one other color. You gonna go for the big white?
Big.
All right, I'm gonna do the big blue. Okay, so I'm gonna start again with just like a third, not even a third, with blue, like that. And then I'm gonna take my white. This white has been used, so I'm gonna clean it off on my...
Seen better days.
Yeah, but it's still a really good oil pastel. There's nothing wrong with it. You just clean it off. And then I'm gonna use the white to pull the blue, and a value scale shows us the lightness or darkness of a color. So we want it to be, oh, I'm getting some black in there. You want it to blend from darkest to lightest. You know, when you go to the hardware store and you pick out those paint, like if you're painting a room and they have those swatches of colors and there's different shades of one color, that's kind of, oh, that looks really good. That's like a value scale.
Mine's the real value scale.
You're doing a really good job, Grace in Greenhouse.
I did it with the cake, so I know how to do it.
You know how to do this. Yeah, you just got done with that project last school year.
I just got done with it. I think it's been a few weeks.
It's been a few weeks since you were in 5th grade.
Just
There
a
we
few.
go. That's looking really good. Yep. So sometimes if you get a new art supply, it's important to just play around with it first before you start diving into a project, right?
So what are we gonna do for a project?
Oh, you're gonna love this.
Can we just draw everything?
You can draw anything you want. No, I've got something
Oh.
planned. But here, okay, so we have these. These are done. That turned out really nice, Grayson. That looks great.
I did all pinks and
Yeah, I
purples.
like it. I like it. Okay, take this piece of paper, fold it in half.
Okay.
This is gonna be fun.
We're folding in half things today.
Yeah, we sure are.
Yeah, just a few
Fold it
minutes
in
ago we
half.
were folding things for paint.
Then you're going to color all kinds of colors, heavy pressure, all just in one side. I'm going to use the neons just for fun. I'm going to start.
I'm having my pink day today. So.
Okay. Yeah, you do whatever you want.
Oh, right.
That one was broken. That's okay. You can still use it. You can peel it back if you need to. The only thing that is sometimes I don't love about the Crayolas is that these wrappers tend to come off really easily. And then all of the oil pastels are unwrapped, which makes things a little more messy for your fingers because, again, they're kind of greasy. Let's see.
Okay, so what's the point of this? Like,
Oh, I can't wait to tell you the point, but we got to get done with this part first.
that's not how a project works.
I know, it's like a surprise. This is like an art surprise.
But I don't like surprises.
But I don't like surprises,
I've told
Mom.
you that since I'm young.
Uh-huh, yeah. Okay, so just keep filling it all in. We're using heavy pressure, filling all this in.
Now
Oh,
that
that's
you're
really,
done.
this is looking really great.
Now what are you gonna? Now how are you gonna tell us?
The next part of this is going to be drawing a picture, and my picture is going to be a fish. I'm going to use the idea of a fish, but you could draw any kind of picture. You could draw a unicorn, you could draw a rainbow, you could draw
Can I draw my comic book character?
you could draw your comic book character. Just be thinking about something that you might want to draw, because we're going to use the pencil here in just a minute when we get this totally filled in. It's a good idea if you're doing this with
Come on,
young people.
I don't like the Crayola.
It's okay.
You can't put down too much.
Too much pressure,
on it.
they break easily.
And then the other ones you do like more than the pressure on this, and it just.
This doesn't break. So maybe the Cray Pas are our favorite brand.
They're
So it's a
definitely
good
not.
idea to have a placemat underneath you when you're doing this, especially if you're, working in an area with a really nice tablecloth or something. All right.
Oh, and I dropped my crayon. Thank you.
So I've got this ready.
Okay, you tell the next part.
Okay, I'm going to tell the next part. I'm going to take my pencil and I'm going to fold this closed. So I'm looking at the outside and this is inside. So it's like a card. Okay. Then I'm going to start drawing with my pencil and I'm going to press really hard. And I think I said I was going to draw a fish.
Yes, you did.
So I'm going to press.
So on which side do we press?
You're going to fold it like that.
Okay.
And you're going to press and do your drawing.
Is it okay if we erase some stuff, like draw some stuff very lightly and then erase it if it's not going to be there
Well, let me
forever?
show you what's happening here on the inside of this.
Okay.
So as I'm pressing, there's my fish.
That's
It's like a print.
fish.
Isn't that cool? I think it's really cool.
Okay, so I'm
So,
going to do mine.
okay, you do yours. And just remember you press really hard. And this could be any kind of drawing. What other things could we draw on here? You could write your name. You could make like a sign for the door of your bedroom with your name on it. You could make it like a card for somebody, like Happy Mother's Day card.
Ooh. Can we erase?
Well, open it up and let's see. It's already printed, so whatever you've put on there
Not totally. There's a...
is there, yeah. But erasing this now wouldn't really do anything. Just draw over what you want. Oh, that's coming along. Look at that. I love that. And the more you add in here, the cooler it's going to look. Let's see if I maybe some bubbles. Look,
Ooh.
I like it.
Not the best drawing I've ever done with my comic book character, but
That's okay. What's your the name of your comic book character?
Sammy.
Sammy, yes.
Not the best, but it works.
Oh, that looks great. The harder you press with your pencil, the better it's going to come out. Okay, now I'm kind of curious about this. If I write words, they're going to turn out backwards, right?
Mm-hmm.
So if I want to write G house, I'm going to have to write it backwards, I think. G, let's see, there's a backwards G. Yes, this is going to work. H, O, U, S, E.
Can we try to write?
Look, there, I did it.
Okay, let's see how mine works.
What are you trying to write?
Sammy.
S-A-M-I. See if you can do that way. That is not easy to do the backwards letters.
A and I are the exact same.
Yeah, well, an M's not that different either. Maybe I'll do some seaweed here and here.
It worked.
Oh,
The
it
only thing
worked!
different was the yes.
Let's see.
The only thing different was the yes.
That looks great. That looks really fantastic. Okay, there is another thing we can do.
What?
Now, I'm going to trim this off. Okay, so this art project right here is finished, okay? Do you see that?
Okay.
That's done.
Oh.
So trim yours off.
Okay.
We don't need the pencils anymore.
Whew. Kristen's been having some trouble today.
And then you're going to take black oil pastel, and with heavy pressure, you're going to cover over all of this.
But I just worked so hard on that.
Well, you don't have to do it. I can just show you with this if you want.
Okay, let's see if I like it.
Okay, I'm going to cover over all this with black.
In mine, it hasn't even really showed up, so. Do you see?
Oh, look, I broke one too, Grayson. It happens to all of us.
Happens to the best of us.
It sure does. Okay, to save time, I'm going to just cut this back. Have you ever seen those scratch art pages? You can get them at like
The dollar store.
dollar store or like a toy store.
The Dollar Tree. The $1.25 tree.
The $1.25's tree. And then you
Ooh.
just scratch. Oh yeah, you want to make one now, don't you? Yes, you do. I thought so.
I'm just making a little section of it.
Yeah, you can just make a little
Because
section.
I have an idea for what I'm making.
And this one, you don't have to write it backwards because you are just drawing right on there. This is how you make your own scratch paper. Isn't that cool? One time I did this with a kindergarten teacher, and we had the kids make these, and then they wrote their, actually I think it might have been when you were in kindergarten. We had them write all of their sight words into it with a stick.
I don't remember it, so it's
Probably was you though, because I'm pretty sure I did that with you when you were in kindergarten. That was a pretty good lesson.
I don't know what I'm drawing here. but
Anytime kids can practice writing their letters is a good thing.
I already know my letters.
I think so, yeah. Now that you're in 6th grade, I would hope so.
No, but the fact is I still don't know how to spell summary. Or
Summary?
Yeah.
It's a hard one. Starts with an S.
Or
Definitely.
statement. I don't know how.
Statement.
I don't know how to write
The word
statement.
definitely gets me every time. Tomorrow. It took me a really long time when I was growing up how to spell tomorrow. Okay, last one we're going to look at.
Ow.
Oh, I'm sorry. Did I step on your foot?
Ooh,
I'm so sorry.
Ow.
Okay, last one we're going to look at is the black paper
Hold on a
with the
minute.
neon oil pastels. The neon oil pastels, you guys, this looks so good on black paper. I did this
Okay.
last year with my after school club at Norris, and we drew with black paper, and then we took it into a really dark room with a black light, and it glowed in the
Do
dark.
we have a black right here?
No, but that would be so cool. So let's see. We did like haunted houses. But the neon oil pastels are really, really bold. Also white. The white is going to be really bold on here. Oh man, I really like those. Those are so cool. It's not quite time for Halloween yet, but I'm going to make a haunted house.
All I need left is a red.
Red. Here.
Okay.
What are you going to draw?
My character again.
Oh, this is going to be cool to put that green on top of that white. Ooh, spooky. I am ready for fall, the day that we're recording this episode. It is 95 degrees outside. It's very hot. I think I'm ready for cooler fall weather. How about you, Grayson?
I'm not ready for fall though, because we still haven't even started on my Halloween costume
Oh, I know.
yet.
Yeah, that's true. We got to
I've
get
been
started on the Halloween
asking
costume.
you.
Uh-huh. We'll find time for that. It's something that we like to do as a family, isn't it? Is make our Halloween costumes. So if you have a black light and you work on these neon oil pastels, you can take it into like a closet or a bathroom somewhere with no windows and then turn the black light on it. And it glows in the dark. It's really, really cool. I don't think it works with regular oil pastels. I think you have to use the neon. But you can see the one Grayson's doing here with the regular oil pastels. It shows up really, really great on construction paper. And
It's
you can
just a
blend.
quick drawing.
I like it. And you can blend your colors together. Color mixing. It's one of the really neat things about oil pastels is they kind of mix like paint. They're a little bit like paint and a little bit like paint, a little bit like crayons. Does this look spooky?
Ooh, spooky. It's like that type of spooky, like
yeah.
middle of the day trick or treating.
So not spooky is what you're saying?
Yeah. I mean, who would trick or treat in the middle of the day?
Well, like little kids, I have to go to bed early. Halloween is probably one of my very favorite holidays.
My favorite is Halloween.
We like to play dress up. There you go. All right, if I had a black light, I'd show it to you, but you can imagine
Ooh,
that
spooky.
it looks really, really spooky. Okay, let's review here. We have the Cray Pas. I got these big ones from Amazon. These neon oil pastels I ordered from Amazon. This white paper was just cardstock, but you could use white tag board. I've even done this project in a pinch on copy paper, like thin copy paper. You just have to be kind of careful not to tear it when you press really hard with your pencil. We practiced with the oil pastels. We practiced light pressure, heavy pressure, color mixing, and a value scale, like changing light to dark with the oil pastels. We also talked about cleaning up with a wet wipe, soap and water, or hand sanitizer. You can use a cotton swab to blend your colors. How do you like to blend your colors? Do you like to use the oil pastel to blend, or finger, or what?
So I use my oil pastel, and then I use my thumb and start working it with the thumb, and then.
That's a good one. To use your oil pastel and your finger. Do you need a wet wipe?
Yep.
You got a little oil pastel on your face right there.
Wait, what? No? Dang it, I want to see that.
I got it. All right. You guys, this was a blast. Oh, now also look at this little piece. I could use this. Maybe I'll save this. We could do a class on collage.
Ooh.
All your leftover painted
Or
pieces.
we could take that and we could make a giant board that just says Season 2 on it.
Season 2 of art class with Mrs. G House.
And apparently now Grayson.
And Grayson.
I've been in at least 4 episodes.
My co-host. Thanks for being here with me today and making art with me. It was a great day to make art, wasn't it?
It was.
Yeah. Okay, well, check out Oil Pastels. And if you make anything, I'd love to see it on Instagram or Facebook. You can find me at G House Studio, and you could post something there that you've made with your family at home. Check out the Oil Pastels. Get creative, have fun, and we'll see you next time. Thank you.
Bye.